I mean, Sam Darnold next year. Sam Darnold won't even be the Jets quarterback next year. There's no way. He is not even half of what Mitchell Trubisky is. And the Jets will be selecting Trevor Lawrence next year. I think that they're the front runners for Lawrence because Adam Gase is already a train wreck. He doesn't get along with his players. He doesn't discipline his players. You have Greg Williams there, who's a loose cannon as a defensive coordinator. There's no talent on that offense whatsoever. Le'Veon Bell is old and overpaid, and you got bullied there. The offensive line is in shambles. And, I mean, the only way that Sam Darnold can save his job is if the Jets select CeeDee Lamb, because Lamb is that good to get you 6 or 7 wins, but I doubt that that's going to happen. I mean, Sam Darnold out of USC, he had one really amazing freshman year. People are obsessed with the ability to, kind of maneuver out of sacks, and that's all that they watch, but he doesn't have any arm talent. Justin Herbert has arm talent. Tua does. Now Joe Burrow is just a lot bigger kid than Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold doesn't weigh a whole lot. So Joe Burrow also has those leadership intangibles that Sam Darnold doesn't really have. So that's why I think that the Jets are the early front runner to get Trevor Lawrence in the draft next year. And I also think that Adam Gase is probably going to be out the door. I mean, unless the Jets want to keep him, but he's not a good head coach. He's not head coach material. He's a retread hire, and he's absolutely awful. And he isn't receiving any criticism because Sam Darnold had mono last year, and now he has Joe Douglas, and he thinks that everything is going to change. It's just unbelievable. He's not the guy. He's not the right head coach for the New York Jets, period. He's just not. And the Jets, they need to go ahead and draft CeeDee Lamb in the draft. They shouldn't draft an offensive lineman because then Darnold isn't, then you're going to have another excuse of, well, Darnold doesn't have any premier wide receivers. You're going to say, well, Brashad Perriman had one decent half season. You're going to say that that Josh Doxson's a bust out of TCU as a first-round pick. You're going to go then and you're going to say that Robbie Anderson isn't on this team, that Le'Veon Bell's not there. And you're going to be picking top 5 anyway next year. You're not going to win. I mean, you have Buffalo, you have New England, and then with Tua or Justin Herbert, I mean, the Dolphins are definitely beating the Jets at home. They're going to have a better quarterback. That Brian Flores has done a spectacular job. I mean, the AFC East, you can argue that 3 out of the 4 coaches are really phenomenal coaches. I mean, of course, Bill is a great coach, but then you also have Brian Flores. And then you also have Sean McDermott, who's done a terrific job on the defensive side of the football there in Buffalo. You have Josh Allen, Devin Singletary out of the backfield, Dawson Knox. The defense of the Buffalo Bills, the secondary is filthy good. You have Trey White, the best safeties in the NFL, and Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. And Leslie Frazier and Sean McDermott defensively, that's almost unfair. Then you get Josh Allen, a number 1 receiver, and Stephon Diggs, combined with Dawson Knox and the young talent. I mean, Brandon Beane, Cody Ford, Brandon Beane, Tre'Davious White. You get Ed Oliver. Just awesome players on the Buffalo Bills. And then their defensive line, I mean, is still really good. I think Jerry Hughes is still on that football team. Matt Milano is still on that team. Tremaine Edmonds is still he's one of the youngest drafted kids of all time. So the Bills are going to be filthy good. You look at the Dolphins and Byron Jones and Van Noy and all of their free agent signings. Gesicki, Devontae Parker. You're now going to add a running back, a quarterback. You're going to have 3 first-round picks now if you're the Miami Dolphins, which could be a tackle, your quarterback Tonga Vailoa. And then you even have Fitzpatrick and Rosen as suitable backups for the quarterback that is drafted. So the New York Jets are going to have trouble winning games next year. Playing in this division, Sam Darnold, not a good quarterback. Le'Veon Bell, not a good back. The defense, I mean, Tremaine Johnson was one of the worst free agent signings in the past decade. And, I mean, the Jets, I mean, C.J. Mosley gets there. He doesn't stay healthy. Quinnen Williams doesn't have any help along that defensive line that can help, him attract, double teams, try to get sacks. So the Jets are in a world of trouble. They're going to end up firing Gase. Sam Darnold's going to end up getting fired. And that's what's going to happen in the New York Jets. Nothing's going to happen of next year. They are just not on their way. They are completely toast. Completely toast.